I first met Allison a few years ago when she became very depressed and sought therapy for her depression. She was placed on medication, engaged in psychotherapy, and began to feel significantly better after a couple of months. She dropped out of psychotherapy, and I hadn't heard from her in over 2 years. She called the other day hoping to see me again. She said that she was feeling down again and had been for a really long time. Allison is a college graduate and has been living at home with her parents. She's had a series of relatively meaningless part-time jobs, but either quits or gets fired after a couple of months. She's never really dated or been involved in a serious relationship. She described herself as a rather melancholy child, but had no major depression beyond the one episode I treated her for several years back. Allison, it's good to see you again. So tell me, how have you been doing?
Not that great. You really helped me when I saw you a few years back. I realized after I came to you out of that depression that it was probably the best I had ever felt. Prior to the major depression, I was down a lot of the time, but it's kind of all I knew. But after talking to you and taking the medicine, I really started to feel better.
So tell me about after we stopped meeting.
Well, at first I felt really good. I got a job at the bookstore that I liked, and I really thought things were going to get better for me. Then, I don't know, it wasn't right away, but I just started to feel down again. And at first it didn't affect me to the point where I started messing things up, but eventually it did.
Tell me about that.
I just started feeling down more and more until it was pretty much every day. I sleep too much. I'm just so tired, too tired to do anything. So I lost the job because I wasn't showing up.
So how do you spend your time?
Sleeping, eating too much. I feel really lousy about myself, but I just can't seem to get it together. Took a lot just to call you.
When you look to the future, how does that look to you?
Bleak. I can't even picture myself holding a job, much less meeting someone and having kids. I always thought I'd have a family, but I'm starting to wonder. I feel like a total burden to my folks, and I know they just want to help, but I just snap at them.
And would you say you felt pretty much like this since we stopped meeting?
Yeah. I felt good for a few months there, but then pretty much just downhill. Just blah, you know. I felt so unmotivated. That's why I didn't even call to see you. My mom finally made me make the appointment. I hope I can get back to a good place.